Hello dear students, welcome to maths class. In our previous class, we discussed the properties of whole numbers for subtraction. Today our topic is the properties of whole numbers for multiplication and division. So let's start. So the first property of multiplication says if A and B are whole numbers, then A cross B equals C or any other. This is also a whole number. That means if we multiply two whole numbers, the resulting number will be also a whole number. For example, here taken two whole numbers 2 and 3, and then we multiply 2 by 3. So multiplying 2 by 3, we shall get 6. 6 is also a whole number. That means the multiplication of two whole numbers is also a whole number. This property is called closure property. Coming to commutative property, it says if A and B are whole numbers, then A cross B equal B cross A. For example, if we take A as 7 and B as 3, 7 multiplied by 3 is 21, and again B cross A, that means 3 multiplied by 7 is also 21. That means if we multiply two whole numbers, the result will be the same as if we interchange the position of the numbers. Take another examples. Here you can see 5 into 9 equals 45, and again 9 into 5 is also equals 45. The second example and the third example shows the same. So the commutative property says if we change the order of the numbers, the answer remains the same. Next, coming to associative property. It says if A, B and C are whole numbers, then A cross B cross C is equals to A cross B cross C. Let us take an example. Here 2 cross 9 cross 7. At first we shall multiply 2 by 9 and after then the resulting number by 7. So 2 cross 9 is equal 18, and 18 by multiplied by 7 is equals 126. Similarly, 2 cross 9 cross 7. Here we shall first multiply 9 by 7 and the answer is 63. Then we shall multiply 63 by 2 and the answer is 126. So A cross B cross C is equals to A cross B cross C. Let us take another example. 15 cross 5 cross 60. At first we shall multiply 15 by 5 and after that multiply by 60. The answer is 4500. In the same way, 15 into 5 into 60. Here at first we shall multiply 5 by 60 and then the resulting number by 15 and the answer is same 4500. So this property is called associative property. Now coming to distributive property. It says the multiplication of a whole number with the addition of the two other whole numbers is equal to the addition of the multiplication of the whole numbers with the other two whole numbers. Shortly, see the last line. It says if A, B, C are three whole numbers, then A plus B cross C is equal to A cross C plus B cross C. For example, if we take A equal 2, B equal 3 and C equal 4, then 2 plus 3 into 4 is equals to, we all know 2 plus 3 equal 5. 5 into 4, that means 20. On the other way, if we take A cross C plus B cross C, that means 2 cross 4 plus 3 cross 4, we shall get 8 plus 12, that is equals to 20. So we can say 2 plus 3 cross 4 is equals to 2 cross 4 plus 3 cross 4. This property is called the distributive property. Next, what will happen if we multiply a whole number by 1? Let's see. Here, if we multiply 9 by 1, we shall get 9. 1 by 67, we shall get 67. And if we multiply 678 by 1, we shall get 678. Answer is the number itself. So, if we multiply a whole number by 1, the answer is the number itself. This is called the existence of identity. Here the whole number 1, for which any number multiplied by 1 is equal to the number itself, is called the multiplicative identity. That means 1 is the multiplicative identity. Now, what will happen if we multiply a whole number by 0? For example, 8 into 0, 0 into 39 or 381 into 0, the answer is 0. If we multiply a whole number by 0, the answer is always 0. Next, the multiplicative inverse. If x is any whole number other than 0, remember x is any whole number other than 0, then its multiplicative inverse will be 1 by x. For example, if 5 is any whole number, you all know 5 is not equal to 0, then the multiplicative inverse of 5 will be 1 by 5. Or if we take any whole number 100, the multiplicative inverse of 100 will be 1 by 100. Next, coming to the cancellation law. It says if x, y and z are 3 non-zero whole numbers, then x into y equals x into z implies y equals z. X will be cancelled from both the sides and finally we shall get y equals z. For example, 3 into a equals 3 into b implies a equal b, as 3 is cancelled from both the sides. Second example, m into 7 equals n into 7. This implies m into n, as both the 7s are cancelled. So, this is called the cancellation law of multiplication. So, students, these are the properties of multiplication. Let us take some example. First says, use the properties of multiplication and do the following multiplication in the easier way. We have to multiply this in easier way. And the question is 63 into 12 into 5. So, at first, what shall you do? At first you will multiply 12 by 5. So, we shall write 63 into 60. You all know 12 multiplied by 5 is equals to 60. So, 63 into 60 and the answer is 3780. Coming to the second example, it says 5 into 1234 into 20. So, at first we shall multiply 5 by 20. So, we shall write 1234 into 100, as 5 multiplied by 20 is 100 and the answer is, you can see. Next, coming to example 4, it says use various properties to evaluate the followings. The first one is 397 into 7 plus 397 into 3. Here you can see 397 is common. So, using distributive property we can write 397 into 7 plus 3 and the answer is 397 into 10, that is equal to 3970. Coming to the second example, similarly you can see as the first example, here 497 is common. So, using distributive property we shall write 479 into 87 plus 13 and the answer is 479 into 100 equals 47,900. Coming to another example, here 828 into 100 minus 828. In the second case, 828 single means 828 into 1. And now as 828 8 is common, so using distributive property we can write 828 into 100, and then as usual the second example is same. Now using properties evaluate 497 into 351 into 10 minus 251 into 4970. So at first, using commutative property, we can write 497 into 10 into 351 minus 4097 into 251. You all know, multiplying by 10 we shall get 4970 and the remaining numbers as usual. Next, using distributive property, we can write 4970 into 351 minus 251, that is 100. So 4970 into 100 and the answer as usual. Next, we have to evaluate the number 375 into 8. So we shall expand the number 375 as 300 plus 70 plus 5 and then into 8. Now using distributive property we can write 300 into 8 plus 70 into 8 plus 5 into 8 and the answer is 3000. The second and third example is same. At first you have to expand the greater number and then multiply by distributive property. So this was all about multiplication. Next, coming to the properties of division of whole numbers. You all know the first property is closure property. It says if x and y are two whole numbers, then x divided by y is not necessarily a whole number. For example, if you take x as 4 and y as 8, so y as 2, so 4 divided by 2 is equal to 2. This is a whole number. So for this number the property hold. But if you take x as 5 and y as 8, that means 5 divided by 8, you all know this is not a whole number. So for this the closure property does not hold. So we can say closure property does not exist for division of whole numbers. Next, coming to commutative property. If x and y are two whole numbers, then x divided by y is not equal to y divided by x. For example, 3 divided by 5 is not equal to 5 divided by 3, or 8 divided by 13 is not equal to 13 divided by 8. You can also find many these types of numbers. So division of whole numbers is not commutative. Coming to associative property, it says if x, y and z are any three whole numbers, then x divided by y divided by z is not equal to x divided by y divided by z. So division of whole numbers is not associative. Then existence of identity. The identity element for division of whole numbers does not exist, and as identity does not exist, the inverse is also not exist. If a is any non-zero number, then a divided by a is equal to 1. If you take a as 5, then 5 divided by 5 is equal to 1, 12 divided by 12 is equal to 1, and so on. Remember, a divided by 1 is equals a. If you divide any number by 1, this will be the number itself. 0 divided by any number is equal to 0. Like 0 divided by 8 equal to 0, 0 divided by 23 equals 0, 0 divided by 100 equals 0, so on. But a divided by 0 is not defined. For example, 8 divided by 0 is not defined, or 24 divided by 0 is not defined. So students, these are the properties of division. That's all today. In our next class, we shall learn some examples and patterns. Thank you.